How's it going, guys? In today's video, we're going to see what would happen if you put McDavid on a team with all AHL players. Would they still make the playoffs? Basically, the reason behind this video is Oilers are off to a bit of a rough start this season. And I've seen people say you could put McDavid on a team with all AHL players and they'd still make the playoffs. So basically, we're going to find out if that is true. As you can see here, the team's rating is 87 overall, so tied with the Coyotes and the Vegas Golden Knights for worst in the NHL. And before I show you guys the lines, I wanted to quickly show you the settings for the simulation. It's the most realistic settings you can have. Superstar difficulty, 20-minute periods, full sim. Should give us the most authentic results. So for this team build, guys, I essentially put together like an AHL All-Star team, taking the best players from all the different AHL teams. Now, some of these players have actually been called up since I did this, but if they have more games played in the AHL than NHL this year, I figured it was okay. So here's a look at the team, guys. It's actually not that bad. First line here, you have Dylan Strome, Connor McDavid, and Josh Ho-Sang. We have Strome and McDavid reunited, former Erie Otter teammates. I think Ho-Sang played with McDavid too, on like some Canadian team. Second line here, we have Puljujarvi, obviously Bakersfield for the Oilers. I think he actually just recently got called up. Shipachyov here, so I don't think he actually ever played a game for Chicago, but he spent more time on like the AHL roster than the Vegas roster this year. Now I know he's retired and stuff. I figured it'd be fun to add him. 83 overall. Does kind of boost up the team. Barbashev's actually playing with him there on the left wing. Barbashev, I believe, also plays on the Chicago Wolves, so they could have played together if Shipachyov played a game. Plus, you got the two Russians there. Third line here, we have Kraus, White, and Patan, so that's pretty sick third line. Patan and Kraus actually play on the same World Junior team with McDavid. And then fourth line here, kind of like a veteran line, we have Peary, Colborne, and Martinson. So you'll see Colborne and Peary are actually higher rated than some of the other guys, but obviously with their potentials, I think a lot of these players will grow over the year, getting this much ice time. Defense is also pretty solid. Jason Garrison just sent down by the Knights, playing with his Knights teammate there in Theodore. D'Angelo also just recently sent down, playing with Gravel. And then third pair there, Marincin and Shabbat. So we'll see what happens there. Again, I think a lot of growth could happen with the younger players getting their ice time. Goalies are actually decent too. We have Callum Picard there, recently traded to the Leafs, currently on the Marlies. And then Hutchinson there backing him up. So 281s. Picard, though, has a bit more potential. That's why I made him the starter. They're splitting games, though. That should be okay. And obviously, because McDavid is so much better than everyone else on this team, like McDavid's a 93, Shipachyov 83. Then after that, we have Garrison, the two goalies, and then everyone else in the 70s. McDavid's basically playing probably like 30 minutes a night. You can see he's on the power play there. He's also on the 4-man power play. He's on the penalty kill, 3-man penalty kill. I think he's like on every single extra. It's like 4-on-4, 3-on-3. First extra attacker, obviously he's in the shootout. So we're going to be running McDavid like crazy. Injuries will be off for this, so don't have to worry about that, which might be a bit unrealistic with how much ice time he's going to be getting. But I think with this team, you would be playing McDavid a ton, so we'll just assume we get lucky, he never gets injured. Very curious, though, like I said, to see how this team performs. We'll take another quick look at the ratings, though, just to see offense, defense, and goaltending. And right there are the ratings, guys. We have 89 offense, 86 defense, 85 goaltending, so not too bad. I think this team does have like an outside shot at the playoffs. Probably not going to happen, but you never know. Also, if you're wondering with the jerseys, I had to make a custom team to put all the players on, so that's why they look as they do. But we'll get started with the sim now and just see how this team does. Real quick, guys, I want to say thank you to SeatGeek sponsoring this video. They're a website that aggregates tickets from all over the web for your favorite sporting events and concerts. They also have a scoring system from 1 to 100 that shows you how good of a deal you're getting, 1 being the worst, 100 being the best. Also, it's color-coded, so if it's a dark green, it's a really good deal, and if they red, it's a really bad deal. They also let you preview a view from your seats before you get there, so you can actually see exactly what your view is going to look like from your seat. So if you guys are interested at all, I highly recommend checking them out. There's actually a link to download the app in the description. You can use code TACTIX, TACTIX, at checkout for $20 off your first order. Let's get back to the video. So I just finished simming the preseason, and as you can see, we went 7-0, 8-1 win there against the Golden Knights. Now, a lot of people say when you do really well in the preseason, that means you're going to have a very bad regular season, so we'll see if that's the case. I'm a bit worried now. So we're now at the trade deadline here. Team's doing a lot better than I expected. They actually have a positive record there, 28, 25, and 9. They actually lost, like, you know, a good amount this month. They actually had an even better record. I think January, they were like plus 6 or 7 games, but we'll see where they're at the standings right now at the deadline. Obviously not going to make any trades. I'm just curious to see where they're at. So currently 5th place there, 65 points. Have to do a bit of catching up. They want a playoff spot. Obviously McDavid there is the leading scorer. 57 points in like 63 games, whatever that was. We'll see if he grew at all. He was a 93 at the start of the year, still 93. Ho-Sang, okay, he's a 77, so he grew 1. Ship still 83. Patan, I think, grew 1. Or Patan, yeah, I think he grew 1. Let's see. Barbashev grew 1. White's also grown 1. So probably they've only grown 1 by now since we're only at the deadline, but still good to see some growth. A lot of these guys are actually putting up a decent amount of points, so we'll keep simming here and see if they can actually make the playoffs. As you can see, the team did finish the positive record, 39, 34, and 9, a lot better than I expected. Like, I thought for sure they'd have a negative record, seeing as it's just AHL players and McDavid, but 87 points. Outside shot at the playoffs, probably not going to be good enough, but you never know. I've made the playoffs with less in this game. I think teams have made it with less in real life, so we'll see here once it's finished loading whether or not we were able to make it. And 87 points was not good enough. LA Kings there, 97. Now the other wildcard spot, might have been lower, but I guess we'll find out here. I was hoping we could have made the playoffs just because it'd been cool to see. But I mean, if we did, we probably would have got bounced first round anyway. So the Kings there, the last wildcard spot in the Pacific. We'll see the Central. 93 points. So I mean, we weren't that far off. Colorado also had 91 though, but still, like 6 points away from a playoff spot. McDavid and AHL players. Again, I think that's pretty impressive. We'll see where we were in the entire league. Pittsburgh even made it in the East with 88 points. So yeah, we weren't that bad at all. Finished 20th in the NHL. But yeah, like Pittsburgh, 88 points. They made the playoffs. We were 1 point off a playoff team in the other conference. And then we were 6 points off a playoff team in our conference in the Predators. So pretty good season, I think, considering it's just McDavid carrying this team. As you can see there, he actually finished with 73 points. I thought he would have had more with just how much playing time he got, but I guess maybe it's because his talent around him wasn't as good as it should have been. But he still averaged almost a point per game, which is pretty impressive. Hosang there, 66, so also pretty solid playing on that first line. Only grew 1, though. Shibashev, 56, second line center. McDavid there also was a +4, probably the best plus-minus on the team. Yeah, it was. Let's see, Patan, 47. He was playing like third line. Strome, 46. He had to do better playing on the top line with McDavid. Barbashev there. It doesn't look like many people grew since the deadline. Or actually, Puljujarvi grew 2 total, so that's not too bad. And he only put up 25 points, so I don't get how it works sometimes. D'Angelo also grew 2. Theodore grew 3. He grew quite a bit. Where's Shabbat? Shabbat was a 76, I think, so he grew 3 as well. So both Shabbat and Theodore, lots of growth. Didn't check the goalies last time. We'll see how they did. I think Picard, 50 and 34, so pretty good split there. Wow, so Picard should have started more games. I don't know why Hutchison played 50. I had Picard as the starter. I think maybe it was like assistant coach who decided the goalies at start, but Picard went 19 and 9. Hutchison went 20 and 25. Look at this save percentage. Goals against, less than 2 for Picard. I gotta check now. I'm like 90% sure Picard was starting goaltender, so I don't know why he would have started only 34 games. That's kind of annoying. So just checking, Picard is still the starter. Not sure why he only got 35 games and Hutchison got 50. Obviously, I have auto-rotate goalie on just to make it easier, and I was hoping they'd like kind of split, but why they gave Picard the starter less, especially with the numbers he was posting, makes absolutely no sense. So just to the end of the season, guys, now I just want to check the awards and see if we won any. Stanley Cup champions there are the Pittsburgh Penguins. President's Trophy was New York Rangers. Flames there is who they beat in the Cup final. Stamkos, Art Ross, he might win it this year, and the Hart. I thought maybe McDavid could get the Hart just for carrying our team. Carlson, James Norris, Kucherov, Lady Bing. He could get that this year. Calder, though, Josh Hosang, so that's pretty sick. We do have the Calder winner. I think, playing on the top line with McDavid will definitely do that for you. Malkin, Conn Smythe, Lundqvist, Vezina, and the William Jennings. Bill Masterton with the Chara. Bergeron with the Selke, obviously. Stamkos, Ted Lindsay. And then Maurice Richard there with the Ovies. So in conclusion, guys, McDavid was not quite good enough to carry an AHL team to the NHL playoffs, but he did get them pretty close. 1 point shy in the Eastern Conference, and then, of course, 6 points shy in the Western Conference, where it actually matters. But obviously, it is kind of cool that we had like 1 less point than another playoff team in Pittsburgh. 2, like the assistant coach kind of screwed us playing Picard less games than Hutchinson, even though he was posting better stats. So maybe if the assistant coach made better goaltending decisions, we actually would have made the playoffs. That could have been the difference maker. I don't know, but still pretty cool to see just how it turned out. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave that thumbs up. Stay tuned for more NHL team videos, guys. If you have any ideas for other simulations, definitely let me know in the comments section. Thank you guys for watching. Have a nice day. Goodbye.